It's become tradition that when we visit a new place, we try to do some of the most outrageous things in the area. And for our first time in Niagara Falls, it'll be no different. We're spending the next 48 hours in one of Canada's biggest tourist destinations, Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is one of the most famous natural wonders in the world and is formed by 3 distinct waterfalls. It also marks the border between the United States and Canada. The Canadian side is widely regarded as the more popular side due to its panoramic view of Horseshoe Falls, the vibrant Clifton Hill entertainment district, and numerous experiences like Journey Behind the Falls, Hornblower Cruise,
This is Niagara Falls.
and the brand new attraction Niagara Takes Flight.
Whoa!
Within feet away from the falls is Clifton Hill. This is Niagara Falls' very own street of fun. This tiny street is packed with arcades, haunted houses,
I'm too scared. You can do it alone.
wax museums, and rides that light up at night. It's essentially a bustling international tourist trap known for their cafes. We're talking Hard Rock Cafe, Rainforest Cafe, and this other cafe.
It's like Cypress Hill concert in here.
But the one thing we had our eyes on was the Franken coaster. Let's just call it the meme coaster because it's been everywhere online.
Let's ride the world's only Burger King roller coaster.
Are you ready to rock, BK bro?
And listen, it's not the tallest or fastest coaster in the world, but it's a coaster on top of a haunted house and a Burger King under a giant Frankenstein right in the middle of a street. We're theme park people and this is outrageous, so we had to kick off the trip here. We're here in Clifton Hill because there's this iconic coaster that everybody says we need to ride, and that is the House of Frankenstein coaster on top of the Burger King. Honestly, it looks super janky and I'm a bit nervous, but it's something you have to do. And if you guys have TikTok or Instagram, it is everywhere. It's iconic. And I feel like as theme park people and spooky people and people who have met Frankenstein all around the world,
Red.
thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. We gotta go on it, even if we're risking our life.
This is combining 2 of my favorite things, Frankenstein and Burger King. I'm a huge fan of the BK Lounge and the fact that Frankenstein is holding up a Whopper. I had no idea we had this much in common. Definitely my favorite of the Universal monsters.
Okay, I'm glad we didn't go through that haunted house because it sounded scary. I'm not ready for this janky, crusty coaster, but it's gonna be fun. Woo! Oh my God. Why did we do this? Why? Why did you do this? Okay, so even though you don't go through the haunted house at the very end, fast forward if you don't want to be spoiled, at the very end when you're exiting the ride that you just got the crap scared out of you on, it's pitch black and you can't see the steps, and then they do one of those big like air horn things, and if you look at my shin, I missed 2 steps from getting so scared and fell in the dark. And then I screamed so loud I scared all the children behind me. So that was terrifying. I don't think that is up to safety standards, and I literally felt like I was gonna fling right off the Burger King logo. I'm glad we did it. It was $31 for 2 people. That was scary. That like literally felt unhinged and like I was gonna fling off. Like that was a lot. I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5 vibes.
I mean, you said it best. The one word to describe it is janky. Once you come over to the edge of it, felt like you're gonna get pitched onto the street. Terrifying. I'd give that 4 out of 5 vibes. 4 just because it's Frankenstein with a Whopper, and we just love that, but the ride itself is janky. It's a traditional mouse coaster, but like maybe the first mouse coaster ever. It is so rough, but we did get a little Snapple fact. We learned that it's Canada's only rooftop roller coaster.
The real voice of Canada. Sorry.
Also, we just tried to go into the restaurant and we just learned something that's pretty deceiving. Even though Frankenstein has a Whopper in his hand and there's a coaster on top of the Burger King, there's no such Frankenstein or spooky stuff inside the Burger King. The only king in there is the actual king.
Exit my burger hole, boy.
What a missed opportunity between Burger King and whoever's running the Frankenstein coaster to not have a collab. Like, how do you not have a Frankenstein themed burger that has like a green bun that's gonna make your poop black? How does that not happen? Tourists would pay like $17 for a Frankenstein burger to congratulate them that they just conquered the Frankenstein coaster.
That's just my opinion!
I also noticed behind me, the Crystal Caves is in the exact same font as the Indiana Jones lettering, Cave of the Crystal Skull. Is Spielberg getting a cut of this? Not far from Clifton Hill is where all the Niagara Falls action is. This Niagara Falls area has activities and is about a 1.5 mile stretch, and every place you walk to has an amazing viewpoint of the falls. There's a 2-level outdoor marketplace called Grandview Marketplace, and it has places to grab a snack, go shopping for nautical themed gifts, and of course sightseeing. And in this center is where guests can buy tickets to all of their Niagara Falls activities, like zip lining or going on the Voyage of the Falls tour. We wanted to stay on the Canadian side, so we bought our tickets to the Voyage of the Falls boat tour, where we go right up to Horseshoe Falls, but on the other side is the American side, and that's the Maid of the Mist boat ride. The American side is where Bruce Almighty had his epic on-air crash out.
Wow, rub that in my face, why don't you?
And where Jim and Pam from The Office got married. I'm so excited to do this, but I'm equally scared. There were so many people upstairs that like legit just took their like pants off and their shoes off to let everything dry. And I know we get ponchos, but like my fiance freaks out when he has cold feet. I anticipate a meltdown after this cruise. So we're about to board up, but I want to give you guys a little bit of info. They have times every 15 minutes. You just walk on up to the ticket booth the day of and grab your ticket, and then you can come down anytime that you want. The tickets were $42.95 per adult, and this is a 20-minute experience. And we're literally going to go up to all the waterfalls that make up Niagara Falls. And I feel like this is outrageous. I'm a bit nervous. Like, I know it's safe, but like, I don't know, I've never done anything like this before, and we're like gonna get all up in that.
We're about to get all up in that.
And I'm just like a bit nervous. It's gonna be fun, but I'm scared, so.
They give us a poncho. Thank you so much. This side is red. The American side, which the boat tour is called the Maid of the Mist, is blue. Looks like a turf war out on Niagara Falls. All right. Who's the girl in the poncho? Yeah. Yes. I feel like we're all minions right now, about to go to evil school. Everyone in a red lab coat is evil. We're going. Oh, we're walking. They look cool. We're getting in the rush. All up in that. We're doing it. This is Niagara Falls. Yes. You're doing great. You look good, honey.
Thank you. This is crazy. Like, obviously I knew I was gonna get wet. I should have worn these lashes. This is awesome. It's like very powerful current. And now I'm kind of getting freaked out, but we're about to surf. This is awesome.
No pleasure, let's move on.
Okay, that was awesome. That's something I would never think to do, and that was very outrageous to me. You literally like jump into a pool when you get right up in the horseshoe. Like, that was wild. That was crazy. It was so windy and so like, you just felt so much power from the waterfall, obviously, but it was just crazy. That was awesome.
I've said this once and I'll say it again. Never skip out on the most popular tour. It's popular for a reason. Besides looking sweet afterwards.
S-T-Y-L-E.
Style.
That was indeed an outrageous activity, and I'm so glad that we did it. My favorite part wasn't seeing a natural world wonder. It was that I literally was like laughing so hard I could not contain myself that entire 20 minutes. It was just so ridiculous and so funny, and like looking at Nick and he's like, we had water in our eye. That was just so much fun. That is a must do if you come here. Obviously it's like a very high tourist attraction, but like you have to check it out.
So when doing research to visit Niagara Falls, it felt like every single YouTube video started out with that tour, and that's for a good reason. It's awesome. It's so much fun. It put me out of my comfort zone. I hate being wet. I brought this huge backpack with all my camera gear. You will get wet on the tour, so if you have valuables and stuff, don't bring it on there. I learned that the hard way. We're wet and my shoes are soaked, but this cheap thing is actually a godsend. I feel almost invincible in this thing, in this red cloak. It's protects me from all the elements like water. And now I know every single one of these people because we just did the cruise together. So shout out to everyone on my cruise. That was so much fun. What's the next thing? That was great. I love this.
Going closer towards Horseshoe Falls, there's the Table Rock Center, and this is where we had the best lunch of the trip. We ate at Table Rock Bistro, and all of the ingredients here are locally sourced and super fresh, and both the drinks that we had were great. Also inside the Table Rock Center is the brand new $25 million attraction, Niagara Takes Flight. This outrageous attraction has guests soar for miles without ever leaving their seats. We did a whole video on this experience, and you can check it out in the description below. Listen, Niagara Falls isn't just for daytime exploring. You know the Mouse Vibes love a good lighting package, and this is why we decided to do the Niagara Power Station tour, but at night. The Niagara Power Station is a century-old powerhouse and was basically the heart of Niagara's electricity. We opted to do it at night because it just seemed cooler.
We've made it to the far end of Niagara Park to the power station. They have a nighttime tour that you have to check out. Well, at least that's what everyone was telling us. There's a daytime tour, nighttime tour, but supposedly the lighting package at night is something that we have to check out. This power plant is actually kind of a historical landmark here. They're able to show how they generate all the power using the falls, so we're about to go check it out right now. This place is crazy. Talk about a lighting package, Ash.
I know, this is awesome. I'm like actually really happy that we did the power station at night situation than the daytime. I'm sure like during the daytime you can see better, but this is really cool. Like that light show, it's like a 15-minute light show, like letting you know how this all happened, which is like the exact thing I Googled and I didn't understand, but then they put it in this little show and I'm like, with visuals? Thank you. So all around this tour, they have little places that you can stand and it has you like do an experience. So right here, feel the rush to follow the flow and you're in here and it's like you're floating in the Niagara Falls. It's really cool. I love like an extra step up where you don't just walk through, there's like little experiences. This is cute. So we just went 180 feet down an elevator with about 8 other people and now we're about to walk the 2,200 foot long tunnel. So I'm excited. It's really cold down here. Okay, so there's a little map of where we are because I couldn't like get a grip and understand where we are. I like to like understand where I am exactly.
All right, I am blown away by this. I had no idea what to expect for a nighttime tour. This is spooky and cool and kind of a great date spot. If you're like trying to figure out what to do with your significant, this is it. This is so cool. Wow.
So I don't know how I'm getting old. I was just worried about these kids because they're running. I'm like, you're going to slip and fall. But you should really not run when there's wet ground, ever. Because people do slip and fall, and that's how you hurt yourself.
All right, more ponchos. This is a good and bad sign.
I didn't do enough research. I didn't know if you're going to get wet. I don't even have my water shoes on. My name is Nick, and I don't know how to put on a poncho. We got that mist. We got the mist going. I'm gonna walk on out there. The fun part about all of these, like I'm gonna call them nature experiences, is they literally want to see how close you can get to Niagara Falls. But the funny thing is, the closer you get, the more you're fighting for your life to see. And I don't think it's just because I'm wearing my big lashes today. Like the second you get out there and you're close, and the same thing happened on the Hornblower cruise today, it's like, like everywhere. It's insane. And I think this is the first time I've experienced like real mist. Like I've like been on like Jurassic World the ride and there's been mist, but like this is like actual mist from nature and it is intense. Like I made it out there for like 3 minutes and I was fighting for my life with how wet it was, and I didn't bring my waterproof shoes, but like that was so much fun.
I actually didn't go over there because I didn't want to get wet. As soon as I walked over, the path was soaking wet, and I brought my white Sambas, and you guys know I'm not sacrificing my shoes for a wet experience.
This is a really cool experience. Like, it takes you a while to get down here, but it's like at night, and the lighting package is great, and it's just like calm, like kind of yoga vibes. And then at the end of the tunnel, you get to see Niagara up close. I haven't done this during the day. I recommend at night. Like, the lighting package is so sick. For our lodging during our 48-hour trip, we stayed at the Rock Hotel. And just like the rest of Niagara Falls, it's historic but a bit quirky. This is the oldest running hotel in Niagara Falls. And something really cool, Marilyn Monroe even stayed here for 2 weeks while filming her movie Niagara. Something we loved most about this hotel was its location. It's directly across from the Rainbow Bridge and a stone's throw away from Clifton Hill. Our first room was a standard room, and it only had one curtain, which was interesting.
That's all we got, one?
But we did end up getting upgraded to a suite, and you guys, this view was just insane. So pretty. And this is one of the reasons that people stay at this hotel. He's out here in his robe and hotel slippers and just, wow.
Soaking it up, baby.
Dude, our Uber gets here in 2 hours. Another thing we loved about the Brock was its proximity to everything. It was about a mile away from Table Rock Center, and there are so many gorgeous pathways and parts of the park to explore while on the way to your Niagara Falls activities.
I've always wanted to say this. There are a gaggle of geese right over here. A gaggle of geese.
Listen, it was hard for us both to find food on this trip. As we mentioned earlier, it was a lot of cafes, chain restaurants, and fast food, but the Brock was right next to the Niagara Brewing Company, which became our nightly home base before going back to the room. It's 9:30 here, and Clifton Hill is overwhelming. They had craft beers, great wine, live music, and we were able to find some gluten-free items here. It was great. Nick, don't do that. We felt like 48 hours was the perfect amount of time to get everything done and sightsee within the Niagara area. If you wake up early, have a game plan, and the weather is great, you can really get it all done. We're drenched right now. We did not pack right for this trip. When we checked Apple weather, it was like
It's sunny and it's 80 degrees.
so I'm in like shorts and a t-shirt. Initially, Niagara Falls was never on our list of places to visit.
Never, this is my first time.
But after being invited to come check out the Niagara Takes Flight experience and exploring all around the falls, we're really happy we came here.
All right, who's the girl in the poncho? Yeah.
We had a great time, and it was really cool to see the falls up close and ride that Franken coaster. If you guys love this travel vlog and you want to see more, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if not, thanks for stopping by.
Goodbye, Niagara Falls.